Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of Our Darker Purpose. Now, the confusion run, which was suggested, will be done, but I have to figure out how to change my keyboard's keys. It's not as easy as it keeps telling me on every help website I go to. I think there's a program that I can install to do it though, but I have to look at more. So, in place of that run, I am doing a Scrooge run. Or a greed run. Call it what you will. This run's purpose is to make it so I can never spend one token. Ever. Not even if I need it. And my lovely assistant is here to keep me honest on that. So let's get going, shall we? Well, here I am with a problem. Already, the world wishes to tempt me. It's like, no, you'll have to spend money. I mean, if you don't, you won't get extra juice boxes, and then, you know, everything will go tits up. Now, it's actually not juice boxes that I'd really worry about the most. Juice boxes seem to have a fair drop rate on higher floors. I'm actually more concerned about chalk. Chalk has no drop rate. Increased floors. There's no art room to allow you to gain extra chalk. Although I did use art this time to start with 3 extra pieces, I did that for very specific reasons. Being a Scrooge run, I need to have the most money I can. I have mercantilism, even though I'm not going to spend anything. And I have hailstorms. People will remember that hailstorms causes chalk clouds to explode people into money. As long as they're struck by the chalk. Now, normally, you do this whenever you get around enemies that are at least... It has to be more than 4 enemies. The reason it has to be more than 4 is because 4 is the price of a piece of chalk. If you do not use the chalk on 4 enemies, at least, you're losing money by using that chalk. Although, there's also the possibility that there is no chalk in your vending machine. But since I'm also barred from vending machines, I can't really use chalk unless I know I'm going to need it. I.e. Reagan, the fort. Ooh, roly-poly. Now I get to roll. Roll and keep rolling and keep rolling. Anyway, the classes I have are Gulping, Criticism, Art, Hailstorms, Vistas, and Mercantilism, Line Cutting, and Mud. I still have 9 periods going for me. No new classes. I'm thinking the next thing, if I unlock anything, will be Sugars. For its invulnerability frames. Let's see who this is, huh? You know, I was always worried that I was never going to really fight the obsolete operator when I first beat Chapter 1 and he became available. But he's like here every time. He's really exceeded my expectations for being a douche. Ooh. Oh, are there 2? There are 2 trash cans on top of each other. And they both had different firing patterns, too. That was annoying. There we go. First floor, done. Underlit and gluttonous. I'm gonna go gluttonous. Because I'm still greedy. And greed includes these. Now, damage or move speed. We're gonna get damage. I haven't found anything yet for coins, so we're gonna wait for that. There are many different titles that this can have. It can be the Scrooge run, it can be Greed is Good. It can be called a Christmas Cordy. Which, if they don't release a patch around December with a book entitled that, I will be disappointed. I mean, it just rolls right off the tongue, like everything else they have. Or it's like water off a duck's back. You ever wonder how that phrase came to being? Did a bunch of guys just go grab a duck and they were like, here, watch. See? Off the duck's back. And then they kept doing it and they were like, you're right, the water keeps falling off the duck's back. And then they made stew. I think ducks, on a totally unrelated note, have special feathers which repel water because of the oils on them. The more you know. I don't even remember where I learned that from. Something tells me it's wherever the weirdest place I can think of where I learned it from. Like something like Sesame Street or Tiny Toons. Oh my god. They charged me. I don't like being charged. It's one of my least favorite things. Alright, let's go up. Oddly enough, I've been finding a lot more coins lately, huh? Oh, come on. Aha! You'd almost think this is a wealthy floor.
I don't know, you found a lot yesterday and I wasn't even trying for coins. I was actually trying to make you do a DPS-ish run, but it didn't really want to.
Still doesn't. I'm still confused about how your DPS doesn't involve crit. Is that because crits aren't guaranteed?
No, it's because typically in other games they usually are separate aspects. DPS percentage and crit percentage are usually different stats altogether.
They are, but crit is damage, isn't it?
A certain percent to be more exact, usually.
Your MMOs are weird, whichever ones don't count crit as damage.
Well, like in FW, they have it as crit damage and crit percent. Those are two different things compared to your actual attack and damage.
Yeah, it means that your damage... I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about that when you crit the 10%, you deal 300% damage.
Or X%, yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about this later. Damage is damage, no matter which way you cut it. Like cheese and butter. I was hoping that one of my shots would have hit the frozen few, therefore stopping this maze in its tracks. Anyway, so the frozen few is about to lose itself. Let that door fall off, please. Thank you. It almost looked like it was still trying to shove me out the door. Alright, so we could go to Gluttonous again, but we aren't because the other one is Wealthy. So we have to go that way. Also, these are new clientele, the Woundwarts. Look at that, that guy wasn't even looking at me, he just threw because his programming told him to right now. Where are we going, huh? Where do we come from, where do we go? Ah! It's an empty room. What do I have down here? A not so empty room full of chalk. People. Load. Thank you. Oh, I thought that guy was dead. Of all the things for him not to be, dead is one of my least favorite ones. There. I said it before, but I wish that they'd have different colored Meritus tokens to indicate a different type of, or a different amount of currency. Because so far we only have ones, but I would really like to have 2s and 3s. That would be nice. Call the Wild Furniture and Great Expectations of juice boxes. Well, we want more of their stuff, and that girl's holding $1, so let's get the juice box one. My logic is infallible. Oh my goodness, he charged right at me. He's coming right for me. If only I had a shotgun. Curse you, Second Amendment. How come you're only useful at times when people want to invoke you? Every other time you're totally useless because no one wants to invoke you until they need to. What? Ugh. Let's make some money. Well, we made 4. I was hoping to make 5, but one of the slimes decided to be tougher than the others. One of these slimes is tougher than the others. One of these slimes is not the same. Alright, let's dodgy dodge dodge. So many things flying around in this room. What the? Oh! Nah. It's too late, I've already started attacking normally. I was on the fence for a second of whether I should turn them all into coinage. It's my new business plan. Sludge to coins. Make millions. Or at least fives. Okay, we know what we're going to do here, right? Kaboom-ski! Thank you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll into it. Cat's cradle. We've got 39 so far. Not bad. That survival room was actually one of the greater ones. Thanks to hailstorms, it became not just a great place for experience, but a great place for coinage. Okay, we gotta lead him. There's 2 places he has to go. Luckily enough, both of them are corners. And that should be 44 coins. And a boss. The cauldron. Now normally I throw chalk at the cauldron, but I don't feel like it today. Still not clear how close his things need to get for him to get healed. I thought they either had to get on the cauldron, but it's been getting shorter and shorter range time. Also, I'm really sick of these little globules of his deciding to pop themselves around. Alright, let's get a second helping now. I can't forget that I have to roll almost all the time. Because if I forget to roll, I'm losing that precious dodge percentage. And every time I get hit, I'm just losing it more and more. Like so. See what I mean about sometimes I can shoot through it and sometimes I can't? Coloring Yesterdayers is pretty busted up in that aspect. Sometimes his cauldron you can't shoot through, and sometimes you can. Let's just complete the level before we get hit. Woundwort Dorm. We're up to 45 coin. There should be a couple coins in this room. No? Wrong room I'm thinking of. The room I'm thinking of doesn't have chalk guys. Or an annoying closet in the corner. Either way, wrong room. Now, this is one of those rooms where I was going to get hit no matter what. I mean, even when I rolled the second I entered, I still got hit. see. Ooh, a potato battery. Yoink. The technology is mine. Now for a second there, I was like, the potato battery's working on the chalk, and then I remembered, no wait, just because it's white chalk, it's slow. Let's see if I can do this again, okay? I swear that this middle one disappeared like 4 times. Look at that, it did it again now! I'm not crazy. You're crazy. You're all the ones that are crazy. I'm totally sane. Oh, what the hell's here? Oh, God. Oh, yeah. My shots are all cross-eyed now. The attack speed's up, but now they're all crisscrossed. Huh? We're going to get Tender as the rapid shot for an extra 20% attack speed. And then there was Run would be useful, but not as useful as other things. Let's keep moving ourselves along now, huh? Why don't we? There's 2 coins here. They're mine. I want the world. I want the whole world not thrown at me. Very old song. Whee! Ah! That was close. We were almost right in the middle of all that. Does it seem like the clothes disappear faster if they grab you? Also, if you slow these girls when they're in mid-throw, they technically throw twice. It's really weird. Well, we haven't found much of anything here. We gained 5 more tokens on our way up. No good reason to not keep going on it, huh? Yay! Ooh, do, 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 do. Okay, it's this room. Thankfully, that extra range that I got from Zealous' Spectacles seems to be providing the extra oomph I need in order to deal with the chalk dusters. You know what's so great about those chalk dusters? That you can't do that really in school anymore unless you actually have a chalkboard. It's a sign of the times. White eraser boards for all. No more chalk dust, no more squeakies. No more kids hiding chalk in the erasers. Holy crap. Oh my god, there's 2 of them. Oh no, I'm so scared. Halt in the name of the person I am. I bet you this is the egalitarian. Ah! Run away from it. I'm gonna pretend that it's the scariest monster here. Okay, so here's a fun, or a little fact. So, when I killed those, feral broogs just now, they exploded into coinage. Now, I don't know if that's because, hailstorms overwrit their coding, making them have to, or if that's just happy coincidence. Oh, I thought my thing had broke already. Apparently it hadn't. I've been getting hit so often that I'm sure that it will. But I needed to get rid of that globe throwing thing. It was getting on my nerves. Even though it's my signal for the big guys, I didn't need it right now. See, I've got other signals. Like my eyes. The eyes of my face. Woo! That was a close one. You know, even slowed down, these projectiles are coming pretty fast, aren't they? I mean, it says slow projectile field, right? I don't know, they're pretty good speed to my eyes. I was trying to slowly back away, and now I can't dodge 100% or 75% of the time. Sorry, Gonrail Eye. Housing Inspector, this is not up to code. Nope, gonna have to tear the whole thing down. Start over from scratch. You understand business policies. Ha ha, you're stuck over there. Oh crap, she got out. Listen, ma'am, your building was just not up to code. We can't have every Tom, Dick, and whatever. Tom, Dick, and Herschel? I didn't want to use Harry. Harry gets a bad rap. Harry's a good guy. He's just trying to do well, you know? Live his life his own way. So yeah, Tom, Dick, and Herschel. Of course, we'll always know that no kid is actually named Dick. In reality, they're all named Richard. And Dick is short for Richard, just like how Bill is short for William. I don't know why. Seriously, why don't we just say Rick? Why is it Dick? Did somebody spell it wrong when they were young and all of a sudden... Is it like peen? Somebody spelled it wrong and then all of a sudden everybody started saying it, so we were just like, screw it! We might as well include it in our lives. Well, there's a wealthy one, so I already know where I'm going. It doesn't matter any other direction. It said wealthy. I'm following the money, as it were. I do not have crowns on this run, so there is a lack of items for me, based on the fact that I can't get items from the egalitarian devices, and I'm limited to only the champions they decide to provide me. Anyway, this is our cafeteria. We've already been through 2. Yeah. Really? Our goddamn bubbles are flying against us. Aha! Goneril's mallet. Okay, so this is that room I was talking about where you have to get the globe guys to throw a path for you. See, this is new, ain't it? Right? No. I'm not crazy. This is new, and I'm not crazy. Words to live by. So now that I've realized I'm going the entirely wrong way, I'm just going to keep going the wrong way. Screw this room. Screw everything about it. I got stuck on the door frame. Anyway, it's this way they wanted me to go. Something tells me there's a stove in the corner. Yep. Okay, he went down this time. Once again, just screw this. I don't really get how the things work for the chalk. There was once a question of whether or not enemies have invincibility frames. Importance of finding tokens, please. I can say that I think they might. Because I have to think that there's a time when you could get so quick that your attack speed would outdo enemies in mere seconds. Or at least your damage. So they had to make enemies only be able to be hit certain times. If that makes any sense. She is still here. She's just very quietly doing her thing. What's her thing, you ask? Well, why don't you go to her channel and find out. Lady Una, FFX2. Ugh, I haven't solved every room yet. It's a wealthy floor. I want the most token mileage that I can get. I shall go and get the most token mileage I can get. I don't even have to worry about being tempted by an egalitarian device because there aren't any on this floor. By the way, what's our experience at? We're level 6. I'm hating the experience that we don't have. It's sad. It's a strange thing to hate things you don't have, but, you know, human. It's a very human thing to do. I was about to say, you did not drop a coin on the spikes. I'll throw something at you. We got a 50-50 shot here. It's going to be either Sudsy. Oh, wait. Is that the boss right here? No. No. Anyway, we've got a 50-50 shot. It's either Sudsy or the Candelabra of Longing. Place your bets now, people. Place your bets.
Candelabra.
Shh. I'm so glad you were wrong. I hate the candelabra of longing. Passionately hate it. So glad you were wrong. No idea. Get in there. Haha! Now, Sudsy, taste the wrath of this giant icicle thing, which shall poke and prod at your soft underbelly. Aga! It is one of the best ways to hurt Sudsy, with his little icicle now. Although it doesn't give the satisfying thwomp that it used to. Like, it used to do like 300 points of damage in just one whamp. But I guess because it's consistent damage now, it doesn't do that. Gluttonous and wealthy. Well, we already know which way I have to go. And it's Capulets. Wealthy Capulets. We already know they're going to be loaded, so... Though technically, since I got the importance of finding tokens last round, this means that I'm technically finding healing. So technically, either way, I was getting healed. Hooray. Just one was juice. But I'm not doing gluttony, I'm on greed. Sorry. Huh? Oh, I was so hoping that I could get out of there before something hit me. Sylvester the Sliding. Could you drop something good? A knapsack. That's very useful. Thank you, Sylvester. That almost makes up for me not going to the gluttonous floor. How many tokens do I have anyway? 92. We're almost at 100. Now, if you've gotten all the achievements already for tokens, you already know that I'm past the achievement threshold for token. It's 80. Get and hold 80 tokens in one run. Now I'm trying to get this guy to stay still, but he keeps hiding around this hand. And I guess that's one of the most annoying things about this room, is they are always hiding by the hands. Look at that. Look at them, little chicken shit. Yeah. Come on. I have bubbles filled with glue. I'm going to keep throwing them this way. I'm gonna have to kill him with bubbles, because I don't trust those hands. Look at that, see? Look, there he goes, already. Yeah, there we go. Get the hand out of the way. 12 hit points. I was expecting to get hit on the way out. Alright. That's another thing about Capulet rooms, is you can almost always find juice boxes, gluttonous or not. They have many rooms that just are built in juice boxes. I thought I picked up both. Apparently not. Cordy's head did not touch both fast enough. There we go. Alright, so it's these guys, and they have 3 coins at the bottom of their room anyway. If we remember correctly. Come on, come on. Hit him. Thank you. Alright, we're slowly building our hit point total back up. There are good things happening. The world is at peace for now. Until those clothes grabbed me, the world was fine. Then all of a sudden I was assaulted by a pair of really tacky slacks. Ah! On my leg! Hold on a sec. Stretching. I don't know how long I've been sitting here for, so I'll just assume it was long enough that I need to stretch my leg. Oh. Oh. We've crossed the 100 threshold, which is great. We still haven't seen Coins and Punishment on a level up, which means it's still there. Somewhere. Hiding, waiting for its turn to strike when it adds, like, the most damage I've ever had to itself. So I had an interesting run of token luck last time. You see, I fought the Bloodfather on an earlier run today, and I was trying to get his achievement. I dropped chalk on him, and he turned into a bat. And it's a time when all of those bats fly, and they try to suck life from you, and it's kind of annoying, right? Because that's when he heals. Anyway, all that chalk that hit turned every single bat he had into a coin. Every single one from his bat form turned into a coin. Now, for anyone wondering, that's approximately like 30 or so bats. You know, those little green ones. So here he is, all of his bats turned into coins, and the first thing I think is, oh my god, yoink! Little do I remember, and little do I realize, or I remembered that I had something, but I didn't realize that this would happen. You see, I had the Thorned Clover at the time. So when I picked up 30 some odd tokens and lost 2 hit points for each token, it killed me. Instantly. I just instantly fell to the ground, and I guess Cordy was a victim of her own greed, or at least of mine, and that was it. On the plus side, it inspired me to do this run. Hopefully the Thorned Clover, if we find it, won't be as painful because we have the healing tokens as well. Alright, it's time for the boss. Let's really hope Coins and Punishment is up and coming, okay? So far, the best damage augmentation that I can say I have is Gonrel's Mallet. You ever notice that the king moves faster the closer you are to him? Like, get away from me. Look at this. Look at that. Slow, slow, slow. Now let's get close to him. maybe it's a speed illusion. You know, if you've ever looked out a car window while you're driving, and there's a car coming directly at you, it's going pretty slow. Well, I don't mean directly, but you know, adjacent to you, parallel to you, if you will. On the road next to. Anyway, this car is going pretty dang slow. And then once it gets to the point where your car goes past it, it goes super fast, right? That's because of the illusion of the speed. It was always going that fast. You just never saw it because, you know, you're going fast the other direction. Alright? Alright. Physics! At least I'm pretty sure that's what explains that. Physics does. Physics explains a lot of things. Someone once told me ice reflects light. I'll agree, it does. Kinda. But it, and the reason this is brought up is because I said physics, and somebody was like, no, physics states that ice reflects light. And it's like, well, you know, if you've ever looked at an icicle, light passes through the icicle, too, into a prism, right? Because all ice is water, so it's a prism. I don't care if it's a solid now and not a liquid. You can't change the properties of it to be so opaque, unless it is opaque, to not let light transfer through it. That's why ice has no color. It's clear. That's like saying glass reflects light. Of course it does, but it also splits it. Anyway, enough of that. The dark is growing is what we're taking. Why? Because I can stand to lose 15% move speed if I'm going to get 2 juice boxes. Hey, we got great expectations in juice boxes a while back, didn't we? How's that been working out for us? From what I can tell, not all too well. A trap stem rose. Useful? Yes. Super useful? Not yet. Since Thorn's effect works on your damage, it'd be better if we had a higher damage rate. Or amount, at least. Dodging around these guys is always a pain in the butt. The potato battery kind of makes it a little easier, but at the same time it makes it more annoying because when their sped up bullet reaches you, it just goes really slow and you're sometimes not able to make it crash. In line with a lot of things I've been saying, new room. I've never seen this room. This is a new room layout. Five shadow droppers and 1 shield girl. They're dropping more tokens than they are the juice boxes, even though we have great expectations in juice boxes. We don't have a thing on the importance of finding tokens. Smash! We're gonna have to take some drinks. Get ourselves back. Ah! I almost touched it. I almost went in there. Well, this is it, people. Technically, if I don't get coins in punishment or some other form of crazy damage, this is the end. This is the end, my friend. Being a Scrooge can only get us so far. On the plus side, this is as far as it asks you to get for the Crowns achievement. It asks you to keep ignoring dispensary devices all the way until you beat Reagan. And well, by golly, we've ignored dispensary devices all this way. Every time we see them, we run. We turn tail. We're still only gaining 4 hit points. That itself is kind of annoying. I would have thought by now I'd be gaining a little bit more. Goneril's Mallet, by the way, seems to increase your damage by 20%. Words of note. Oh, bubbles make those shields 10 times worse. Especially if they're all about to hit when it goes down. 122 tokens. We're very rich. So rich, in fact, that I could buy out that entire device. Right there. But we're not gonna. It'd break the rules that we have set forth for ourselves. There we go. Yeah, there is. Awesome! Does that mean there's no leafy oversight? Thank God. Okay. Hey! I thought all the plants surrendered. These ones are clearly acting aggressive towards me. You know what? You plants are worse than some random country that I can't think of right now. Because I'm not that well versed in world history. So take that! American education system. Haha! I don't remember anything from you. Except the few things that I do remember, which I'm gonna shut up and shoot things now. And no, that's not what I remember from the American education system. Just shut up and shoot things. It's kind of counterproductive. Although it does seem to be the motto of the world. Just shut up and shoot things. Oh God. What I wouldn't give for someone to drop a piece of chalk or a chalk arrow or a shoddily copied coin or ow! This only has 2 coins in it. Other than that, it's completely useless room. 5,000 experience. I don't think there are 45 other enemies on this floor that are willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. You know, me. And even if there were 44 or 45 enemies willing to do that, if they're all like these plants and don't give at least 100 experience, I'm doomed. It's game over, man. I've kind of wondered what dictates how much experience something gives you. I used to think it was floor and creature. That does not seem to be the case as of late, because you'll fight the same person on the same floor and get an entirely different amount of experience from them. Yay, I got non-renewables! No, okay. Oh, it says 25% more damage. That's so smart. I thought that it didn't tell me. I thought it just said do extra. I'm so smart, I can read! Jeez. Calm down there, sir. You're making a spectacle of yourself. I got spectacles! They add 10% to my range. Ah! Whoop. Roses are pink. Ice shards are blue. Everything on this floor says fuck you. Ah! I don't know why. I have a feeling that if I keep shouting like that, maybe I'll be better. Ah! Just whine. Oh God! Right in front of me. Lady, I need my space. Oh, good. Oh, good. More money. You know what? That could be another thing. This episode, more money, more problems. Because I definitely have a couple of them. Oh my god, 131. Even if I were to beat Reagan, I wouldn't get enough experience to level. So, since I'm going into here, we who are about to die, might as well drink all my juice boxes. Now the juice boxes were for a couple things. One, I need to heal. Two, extra hit points. Because, if I'm not mistaken, I picked up the Fedora of Crisis earlier in this run. So, when I get to 25% health, she'll start doing less damage to me. It's one of the few ways I can see my way out of this. However, I would rather not actually even see the Fedora's effect come into play. Hello, potato battery. Keep being useful. Aww. I do like the fact her shadows don't deal damage to you if you run into them. Only she does. However, that's still damage being dealt to somebody by me running into somebody else. Woo! Roar! Trap stem! So the fedora is working right now, I thought. No, I didn't get the fedora this run, did I? Oh, a spectacular death when the screen freezes at me. So, we had 133 coins at the end of all this. The level ups and items we were just giving off the enemies, not helpful in the least to deal with it. You know, anytime you want to just tell me that I'm dead, you know, it's fine. There. The game doesn't want to tell me I'm dead, apparently. It can't believe it either. It's like you had all that money and you did nothing with it. So anyway. Here we are, dead. Reagan's looking at us like, okay, what now? 133 coins in. I'm going to try and get that backwards compatibility thing working out so I can change my AWSD. Or WASD. I don't know which way you people say it anymore. I just said AWSD because that's from left to right, but I'm guessing that people say WASD because WASD is from the top to the next row. Nobody says it DSAW. DSAW. Anyway, that's going to do it for this run. We're still in this freeze frame. But, it's as good a place to stop as any. And I'll catch you all later. Oh! Show off. Bye.